Most people who open a company in Dubai make the same mistake. They choose the wrong structure and they realize it 6 months later when the bank rejects their accounts or when they receive compliance fines they didn't know even existed. I've helped more than 500 entrepreneurs set up businesses in the UAE, and the problem is almost always the same. People focus on getting a trade license, but they ignore the structure behind it. In this video, I'm going to show you how to open a company in Dubai in 2026 the correct way. The right structure, the real cost, the realistic timeline, and the mistakes that cause problems after the setup. My name is Madalina. I'm the founder of THM Advisory here in Dubai, and we help entrepreneurs relocate their structure and businesses in the UAE. If you're serious about setting up in the UAE, this video will save you a lot of time, money, and unnecessary mistakes. Here is what we are covering. First, the most important decision in the entire process, your jurisdiction. Then we move forward to the actual registration process and what it requires from you. Then the real costs, because there's a lot of misinformation about this online. Then the trade license. Then visas, if you want to become a UAE resident. Then banking, which is a step most people underestimate. And finally, ongoing compliance, because owning a company here comes with legal obligations that are not optional. Let's get into it. Step number 1, choosing your jurisdiction. The choice comes down to 2 options, a free zone company or a mainland company. Let's start with free zone companies because this is where majority of my clients land and most likely where you will land too. Free zone companies are built for online and remote businesses, whether your clients are based in the UAE or anywhere else in the world. The setup is faster and the process is much more straightforward. If you run a trading business, a consultancy, a crypto operation, a marketing agency, an e-commerce store, or any kind of digital business, a free zone is almost always the right fit. There are tens of free zones in the UAE and they are not all the same, not even close. Some free zones allow only 5 visas on a trade license without requiring a physical office space, while others allows up to 20. The banking options are different. The types of business activities allowed are different. The annual costs are different. What works perfectly for a crypto company does not necessarily work for an IT business or a general trading operation. When I started in this space 5 years ago, I worked with many of them. Over time, I realized some had unclear structures, slow processing, and poor client outcomes. So I made a decision to cut those and work exclusively with the ones that have clean processes, fast delivery, and a track record I can stand behind. This is one of the core reasons why you work with a consultant, not just to handle the paperwork, but to make sure you are in the right free zone for your specific activities and your specific goals. That is something we decide together on a consultation call before any application is submitted. Now let's talk about mainland companies. These are designs for businesses that operate physically inside the UAE. Think retail stores, restaurants, clinics, real estate brokerages, or any business that needs to work directly with clients in the local UAE market. A mainland company is registered through the Department of Economic Development and allows you to operate anywhere in the UAE without restrictions. Both free zone and mainland structures offer 100% foreign ownership, so that is not a deciding factor between the two. The real question is simply this: are you running an online or internationally focused business, or you're building something with physical roots here in the UAE? That answer tells us which direction to go. This is the most important decision in the entire process and is the one most people get wrong. Step number 2, documents and registration. Once the structure is decided, the registration process itself is straightforward as long as you know what you're doing. What you need to provide: your passport. Then we agree on your company name and your business activities together, and that's it. We handle everything else from here. We prepare all your incorporation documents and submit them to the relevant authorities on your behalf. You will receive a link to complete a KYC, which is a digital identity verification. You will review and sign, and the following day, your company is registered. But I want to flag one specific thing here because it causes problems later. The business activities listed on your trade license needs to clearly reflect what your company actually does. If they do not match, you'll have issues when you apply for a bank account. Banks will ask you to describe your business operations, and if what you say does not align with your license activities, the application gets delayed or rejected. Getting this right as registration costs nothing extra. Getting it wrong costs weeks of your time later. Step number 3, costs and fees. Let's talk about money because this is where a lot of content online is either vague or misleading. The real cost of a UAE company setup in 2026 depends on 3 things: your jurisdiction, your business activity, activities and the number of visas you need. For a free zone company with one visa location, the realistic range is between $5,000 to $12,000 in total. That number includes the license fee, the establishment card, the visa application, and the government processing fees. Here is something that sounds obvious but is worth stating clearly. Always ask for a detailed breakdown. Government fees and service fees should be listed separately. If a provider gives you one number and cannot explain what is inside it, that is a problem. Okay, so what makes the price goes up? Adding more business activities, adding more visa locations, choosing a premium free zone, getting a VIP service, requiring additional compliance structure. None of these are bad decisions, but they're just factors that change the number. So what keeps the price lower then? Starting with a minimal setup, 3 activities, no visas. You can add more later as your business grows. This makes sense for some businesses, but not for everyone. We always give every client a clear, detailed quote before they commit to anything. If anyone asks you for a large payment without a full breakdown of what you are actually paying for, walk away. Step number 4, trade license issuance. After documents are submitted and fees are paid, the trade license is issued. Timeline, 1 to 3 working days for most free zones, assuming the documents are clean and submitted on time. Now, a lot of people think the trade license is the only document they receive. It is not. Along with the trade license, you also get the Memorandum of Association, the share certificate, a lease agreement or a JARI, and a certificate of formation. 5 documents in total. These are your company's legal foundation, and you will need all of them at different stages, especially for banking. This is where most people think they are finished. They are not. The trade license is just the starting point. Everything else is built on top of it. Step number 5. Visa and residency. Owning a UAE company does not automatically make you a UAE resident. Residency requires a separate application process. To issue a visa through your company, you first need what is called establishment card. This is a document that authorizes your company to sponsor visas. It takes 1 additional working day after the license is issued. Once the establishment card is in place, we submit the visa application. For this step, you will need a professional passport-style photo, white background, no glasses, no smile, as required by the UAE authorities. Once the visa application is approved, you will receive an entry permit. This is an electronic document that will be reflected in the government system, so when you travel to Dubai and pass through the immigration, your status is automatically changed from tourist to residency applicant. You do not need to do anything at the airport beyond arriving with your passport, obviously. One thing you should know, if you apply for your visa while you are already inside the UAE, there is an additional fee for the status change. If you apply while outside UAE and then travel in on the entry permit, this fee is avoided entirely. It is a small detail that can save you a few $100s if you plan it correctly. After you arrive in Dubai, the visa process takes approximately 1 hour of your time if you go with our VIP service. I cover every single step of that process in detail in my full relocation video, so make sure you check that out. You can click right here to watch it. After that, within 2 to 3 working days, your Emirates ID is delivered to you, which officially confirms your legal residency in the UAE. Step number 6, banking. Banking is a step where the most delays happen and is a step most people are least prepared for. UAE banks apply serious due diligence to new business accounts. They want to know what your business does, what your clients are, where your revenue comes from, and what transaction volumes to expect. If your application is incomplete or if your business description does not clearly match your trade license activities, your application can be delayed. In some cases, it can be even rejected. But this is not an obstacle. It is a process that rewards preparation. We know what each bank needs to see, how to present the business correctly, and which banks are better suited for which types of businesses. We apply on your behalf, prepare the documentation, and manage the process. For clients in the digital asset space, there's an additional step after the banking is established. A corporate crypto exchange account allows you to receive, convert, and manage digital assets income through a properly structured UAE entity. Dubai is one of the few jurisdictions globally where this infrastructure is fully operational and compliant. And yes, this is something we handle for you as well. Step number 7, compliance and ongoing obligations. This is the step nobody talks about in Dubai company setup content and the one that causes the most expensive problems. Corporate tax registration is mandatory for every company operating in the UAE regardless of the revenue. Not registering carries a fine of 10,000 dirhams. Not knowing about the requirement does not remove the liability. VAT registration is required once your revenue reaches the applicable threshold. Below the threshold, you may qualify for small business relief. Both situations require proper assessment, where applicable, filing. Annual compliance, accounting records, and audit requirements are different depending on your jurisdiction. We manage ongoing compliance for our clients through our in-house accounting team. You focus on your business, we make sure the regulatory side never becomes a liability. That is the full company setup process: jurisdiction, registration, costs, license, visa, banking, and compliance. Every step in order and every key detail you need before you start. If you are ready to move forward and want to understand exactly what the right structure looks like for your specific business, click the link below and book a free consultation call with me directly. I will look at your specific situation, tell you exactly what makes sense, and give you a clear picture of what it costs and how long it takes. Like the video if it was useful, subscribe because there is much more coming, and I'll see you in the next one.